Actually, we quiet.
See that on.
When you went in, did you push?
I did all that. I did all that.
But it was
It's
still
not
going.
on. Yeah, it's not. It says, well, those checks are there. That means it's connected, but it's
Yeah,
not going
I know,
on.
but go back out. It still says unmute and start.
Unmute is right here. Oh, that would be right here.
No, I'm saying when you first went in.
No,
it was
see
still
mute.
saying-
No, it can't do that. The mute's right here. If I
It was
on
out
there.
there too.
Yeah, it's
It
the
was
hat.
red.
But baby,
Saying
that has
that it's
nothing to
mute.
do with Facebook.
I'm not talking about Facebook. I'm talking about all the platforms. Whatever you clicked on, that should come on.
Facebook's not coming on.
What about the other ones? Are they coming on?
I don't know.
YouTube.
I don't have it. I don't.
Check YouTube.
It comes on YouTube. Yeah, that's what Mom
But
said.
Facebook's not coming on.
No. Don't worry about it. Okay, I don't know if people coming on. I don't know who's on. If you're on, can you let me know? We're having some technical difficulties. So you're not on my, it's not on my phone. So I don't know who's on. Okay, there it is.
Okay.
Call Mom now, please. All right, we're on. We're having some technical difficulties. I know we were on Facebook. We were on Twitter. I'm going to wait till somebody come on. Okay, let me do this here. All right, we're on. I was trying to get on other platforms, but we're so glad that you're here. We've had some technical things going on, but I can't really see if who's there. If you're there, please say something. Let me know that you are on with us on tonight. Okay, we're still trying to get on other platforms, so where we are. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We welcome everybody. Once again, we was having some complications. I'm still trying to get one of my monitors to, okay, I'm not going to worry about that monitor. Okay, you're here, and I'm glad that you're here. Dr. Sutton, Kentucky, in the house. God bless you, man of God. We're a few minutes late coming on. I don't like to be late coming on. I like to come on exact time that I say. My mother's on. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Also, so we're glad you have joined us. Those that subscribe to us from India, Namaste, Sukhiya. We're glad that you are on. I've got people that get my morning wake up from all over. So we're so excited. So excited to be on. We're going to talk about tonight. And I also have if you enjoy the wake ups, if you enjoy this coaching show, I now have a group, Facebook group, D. Leonard Hughes Personal Development Institute and Coaching Show group. I need you to go and be a part of the group because those that really want to know about manifesting and receiving the things from God that you desire, and you want to go a little in depth, well, you can go to my group page, the Leonard Hughes Personal Development Institute and Coaching Show group, and be a part of that. Invite some other folks to be a part of that. Because throughout the day, I'll be sharing different things on a whole in-depth level that can give you the tools to do and be and have the things in life that you want. I thank you so much. All of those that support during the week, you respond to the wake-ups. So I appreciate that so much. Even your financial support, I appreciate that also. I think my aunt is on, Aunt Betty. I think she's on too. That named Dolores McRae on the Facebook platform. That's my mother. So we're glad that you're here. Want to deal with confusion and find clarity for your success in life. Clarity. That's why you see those big glasses back there trying to see your way through the forest for the trees. That's what that photo is all about. We all need clarity. Let me say this. You're not supposed to just live your life and just let life live for you. You're supposed to create the life you want, and life is here to enjoy. Let me say it again. We are put here to have fun. Even the principles, the affirmations, the things that I practice, manifestation. I'm learning how to have fun, because if you don't, your mind will trick you and keep you in a rabbit hole. Let me say this again. Your mind will trick you, something else popping up here, and keep you in a rabbit hole. I was just studying. These are things I teach. I study all the time, and I keep myself on that level when it comes to my thoughts and my emotion. You just don't think the thought and feel the feeling. You got to know what's going on, because what you feel is very important. With something in physics called the law of attraction, that law has been here before we got here. It goes back even to Genesis. Like attract like. Every seed reap those that will give me the spiritual part of it. Well, every seed reproduces after its own kind, and everything starts with the seed, whether it's a thought, whether it's a word seed, an emotional seed, whatever, everything, and it reproduces after its own kind. So to help you understand what this law of attraction is, it's always working. Whether you want it to work or not, it's always working, and it works for you. It doesn't work. Life is not against you. Life is happening for you. And I know you say, well, that's kind of hard to believe, because different things that I am dealing with, but I'm going to do probably next week. I'm going to do my coaching show is going to be on suffering. Do we really suffer per se? In certain areas we may, but still ultimately it's how we perceive it. Just because it's there, it's how you frame it, how you reframe it. Okay. And you have to give it another story. What is your story? That's what I work on constantly every day, on the phone, talking to people, clients. What is your story? What you're telling folks? What energy, what vibration even that you give off when you're talking to people? Is it a down vibration, like I'm a victim and oh, it's so bad? Long as you do that, you will keep attracting negative things to you, to your mind, and even to your body, because you're living in a negative zone. And when you live in a negative zone, you attract negative things and negative people. This stuff works, but it takes work. I'm not saying it's easy, but it takes practice, that you constantly have to work on it and work at it. That what is the story? This is not even my note, but what is the story? What is the energies? Let me say this. What are the energies you're giving off every day at work or here or there? What's the energies you're giving off? On the phone, what are your energies to lift people up, or you're lifted up? Being down is not going to help you. Talking down in the rabbit hole, that ain't gonna help you. It has no significance at all. Only thing it does is drain your energy, and it causes you to give off bad vibration. And the law of attraction, what you give out, what you send out, it comes back to you. Okay? So you're not supposed to be confused. That God within you is not the art of confusion. You may say, why I say the Christian Bible? Because this is not a church platform. This is not a religious platform. So we have folks from all walks of life. It's a Christ and Christ awareness. I can't take that away, that I have Christ awareness and understand source within us, but it's not a church platform. I have to say that because I've got people from all walks of life, all parts of the country. Again, those that's in India, namaste. I'm glad that you were the Sukia. Thank you so much, even for your support as far as in India. Okay. So you want clarity. You got something. Listen to me very carefully. You need clarity and you need a sign of your manifestation. If you listen to me tonight, I'm going to take you somewhere that you will begin to see signs and guideposts on your journey to life. I've got something very important that I'm doing. And I needed a sign that I'm on the right route. Now, when you say that, it comes through quietness, it comes through walking softly, and it comes through observing. Last night, I don't know, about 12 o'clock, a song just started ringing in my head like somebody just cut a radio on, and it was ringing. Now, if it does it one time, okay, but it kept ringing and ringing, so I had to go in and get the lyrics to the song to really see what the spirit of the universe was trying to tell me. You say, what is the universe? We are the universe. God is the universe. We're all a part of the universe. Creation of the universe is waiting for the manifestation, waiting for you to what? Manifest. What are you waiting on? The Christian scripture says that the waiting for creation of the universe is waiting for the manifestation. So we're supposed to be manifesting, and you are manifesting every day, whether it's positive or negative. And I think the greatest manifestation that you ask the average person what you want to manifest, they're going to say money. And it's okay to manifest that, but you have to get the principles. First of all, you can't talk against money because it won't come. You can't talk that you don't have. Well, I don't have it. Well, because you don't understand truth. And this is what I'm trying. You're living in conditions. You're living in what you see in the natural, and that's not reality. Reality is everything that you are divinely, through divine nature, that you have, the I am nature within you. That's the real you. Reality is you don't have a need. All your needs are supplied. But when you say that, you think, well, I got this need, I got that need, but it's already within you. All you have to do, I've learned something. Here is the key. The more I develop me, the more I begin to manifest his goodness. Again, the more I take my attention, number one, off of other people, needing their approval, needing them to like me, as quick as I don't, as soon as you stop comparing, and I know it's human nature to compare yourself to other people and their situation. But I want to tell you, that's not why. Don't compare yourself. I got to wake up. I'm doing in the morning. With those that get it, you get it early. And it talks about, hey, Sister Grace, now I'm on 6 platforms now. We're also on Twitter. So there's no way I can see all of those monitors that I have, but I welcome you. And I'm so glad that you're with us. If I don't call your name, it's because I can't see you, because I just got my main Facebook on here and my YouTube up there. Okay. So what was I saying? You've got to understand. And Sister Grace, I see you working. You are working, and I'm proud of you. I watch you. I don't do a lot of Facebook, but those that stick with me and support, I go in and support them and comment. Let me tell you something. There's a journey. And Sister Grace, when I thought about you, I said I'm going to mention it. You have to put yourself on a journey for wellness. You have to put yourself on a journey for mental health. Nobody's going to do it for you. God is not going to do it for you. These are the tools that you have to take and work on this here yourself. And that's why he have raised me up. And my passion is to help hack your mind, not do it for you, but give you the tools to do it. Stop looking for somebody to do it for you. That's why I often say, and I believe it, and I operate as a seer, even as in the prophetic, but I let people know, don't search for me. If I'm around and I give you a word, that's fine. But you're not supposed to live. You've got to listen to me. You've got to work on getting clarity yourself. There's nothing wrong with maybe you hop in a service and a man, a woman, of a preacher, a prophet, a seer, they tell you something, okay, but that's not something for you to live on and find the next revival or find the next prophet or find the next palm read. I don't knock any of that. All of those are prophets from different orders, so I don't knock that. But I'm saying until you begin to see clarity for yourself, you've got to see clarity. You will stay in confusion. You're not supposed to walk this earth in confusion. You're supposed to walk it with clarity. You say, well, Dr. Hughes, how do I get this clarity thing? How do I get it? Well, first of all, it starts with mindfulness, or we call meditation, quieting your mind. I don't care if you take 15 minutes a day out, quiet your mind, get a scripture, whatever you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable, whether it's yoga, whether it's a scripture, whatever it may be, whatever you feel comfortable to quiet your mind, you have to take out time throughout the day to quiet your mind. You're looking for clarity. I was talking to a very dear place sister of mine, and she was dealing with some stuff, and she and her former pastor has been dead like 17, 18 years ago. And she said, well, if he was here, I would have clarity. And I stopped her right then. I said, the person that gives you clarity is within you, and that's the Christ. You don't look for another. You don't look for another when it comes to clarity. All right. So I see you're on. So I see you want to know about this confused life and clarity. Okay. Number one, I want you to hear me. You have to look for signs, or I call guideposts. Okay. Different signs. Sometimes it's numbers. Again, like I said last night, this song just started blasting in my head out of the clear blue. The song, it wasn't no church song either, but it had an inspirational message. That's another thing. You got to get the religious stuff out your mind. You miss the confirmation, you miss the signs, you miss the guideposts because you're so religious, looking at it from a religious point of view, looking for information from a religious person. Wisdom is just wisdom. Okay? So what you have to do is open your mind, quiet yourself, and understand that you need clarity. Even you're trying to figure out your idea. Joyce, Sister Joyce Wallace, I'm so glad you're on. Girl, thank you so much. She's a therapist too. We're going to have her on real soon as she let me know, and let her talk about her area of therapy. Okay? Glad all of you there. Once again, I'm on 6 platforms. If I don't, when you see those little numbers at the top, that's the percentage of what I'm working with on that. But I keep this, and I wish I could see everybody, but I can't do that on 6 platforms. I only have 2 eyes and different monitors. Okay, so let's get into this. In order for you, first of all, there must be a quietness within you. When you, I manifested this and practiced this week. When you're trying to do clarity, you must quiet yourself and no longer even talk about the situation or the area that you need clarity in. You must exercise it within, because the more you talk about it, the more you come up with your own outcome, and you become to get attached to that outcome, and that may not be the outcome of the things that you're desiring or whatever you're praying for, and you've got an outcome already in your mind. And when it doesn't go that way, it doesn't seem like it's going that way, you're discouraged, you're distressed, you did this, you did depressed, all of that goes on. Why? Because your mind creates stories. or we call it shortcuts. Okay, whether you're thinking or not, automatically, if I see this light, my mind all the way already put together a story, and it's a shortcut story. See, so you have to understand how the mind works. I'm going to teach a thing on where's the mind located in the brain. It's amazing. We are fearfully. Listen, Sir George, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. If we wake up as humans and realize the God part of us, and you see yourself, the God part of you. Again, it's not a church and Christian platform. It's not a religious platform. It's a Christ awareness platform. The aware of the Christ presence within you. You don't have to look for another. He's in you. And if he's in you, he wants to give you clarity. And I'm kind of bouncing back and forth, but I'm still giving it two. The main tool of getting clarity is meditation, quietness, and stop talking about the area that you need clarity in. Because the more you talk about it, the more you get into it, and you get into it, and you already coming up. Because anytime you start thinking, there's a 17-second thought that the momentum starts going in that same area. So now you're all over the place, and it may not be the area that you're thinking, or you're hoping, or the people that you think it may come through. Okay? For things that seem to be out of control, just accept them. You cannot control, and this is a battle that we all have to deal with, because within our nature, we want to control. We worry because that's a defense control mechanism that when it happened, then we can say, see there, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to go wrong. I knew that. I knew this. And you stop staying in a negative zone. Don't live your life like that. You drain yourself, you drain your energy, and you miss the moment. This is all we have. The past is an illusion. It's all in your mind. That's why I tell folks, your life is not behind you. Your memories are behind you, not your life. Your life is now. Your life is abundant life. I've come that you may have life. Okay? So only memory. Stay from back there. And you ain't, well, I remember back there. That's a memory, and it's an illusion. It's gone. It's gone. Moment. And the hardest thing for the mind to do is to be quiet and just enjoy the moment. Because you tell your mind, if I tell you, don't think of a pink elephant, you think of the biggest pink picture of a pink elephant you can see. That's how it works. And your mind is not your enemy. Let me say this. Your mind is not your enemy. Your brain is not your enemy. But you have to know how it functions. And knowing how it functions, and knowing that your brain houses the mind, and the Christ mind, come on, somebody, I feel this thing. You're not using your mind. You're letting other folks think for you because you're lazy. You're on autopilot because it takes too much. You think it takes too much work to think, but it takes more work to worry. Depression. Okay, you got challenges in your body. Okay. And the more you stay with low energies, the more it's going to stay there. You have to fight to be excited. People say, what I got to be excited for? That you're alive. That's more than anything. You can walk into hospitals and rehabs and nursing homes and watch people laying there. And I was in the store the other day, a few weeks ago, and a man had nothing, his arm stopped at his elbow. And I want to help him get some stuff off the shelf. I said, well, sir, can I? He said, oh, no, I got it. I had to learn how to do it myself. And he took his little nubs and grabbed what he wanted and dropped it in the basket. And you know what? You got to learn how to stand on your own. And you got to stop needing people's approval, or stop needing to be around people that don't even celebrate you. The more you're around them, your spirit is aggravated, and you say, I don't want to be, but because you don't want to be by yourself at the house, you let them come pick you up, and you don't want to be bothered with them because they live a life of confusion. Many of you are confused, and I'm here to tell you, your life is not supposed to be a confused life. It's supposed to be a life of clarity. Okay? You're not, let me say this, you're not going to know the whole picture. It's going to be like that. Those glasses, that picture I got up now, you got the forest for the trees and the trees for the forest. But in the midst of it, step by step, he will give you a sign. He will give you a guidepost but you have to be sensitive to the Spirit, sensitive to the momentum of what's going to have to be open. The big on the inside that's working for you in the universe, the God of the universe that made the universe. Because whatever you're going to get from creation. You want a car, it's going to come, something's going to be connected. Food, something's going to be connected. It's all connected. We're all connected. We're one. It's called the law of one. The law of one is we're all connected. Black, white, rich, poor, animals, plants. And because we even also, I'm going to teach on that, have an animalistic nature. The lowest part, when you see these folks acting crazy and doing crazy things, they're operating in an animalistic consciousness or level. And you can expect anything. You got to bring yourself up. And I'm going to tell you something. Religion have messed y'all up. I got to be honest with you. That you're looking for this one to do it for you. Listen, with that, no, this is a do-it-yourself plan. Work your own. I'm going to the Christ awareness thing. Work out your own soul salvation. Nobody can work it out for you. All right. The next dilemma that makes your life confused is regarding your career choices. Of course, your well-being depends major on your source of income. Okay? So you're dealing with, you say, well, I need clarity when it comes to my career. Number one, you can't get clarity until you know what's your passion. You got to go within. All of these things begin to work for you and work with you and direct you. But, it's important to be in the right place at the right time. But if you're not aware that you're in the right place, you're among the right people, that you will feel uncomfortable and being around these wealthy people, uncomfortable of being around. See, sometimes ignorance could put you on the defense. Let me say it again. Ignorance will put you on the defense. Are you listening to me? Come on, somebody. So you've got to decide what you want to do. You said my business failed. Why? Number one, probably you didn't listen. You didn't have a plan. Probably you was in business with the wrong people. It was the wrong location. Doesn't mean it wasn't a good idea. These are great times, but you got to know how to be on top of what's going on. And God has to be your co-pilot. You can't do it without him. You can, all of the businesses we have, out of each account, we tied somehow, somewhere, we tied to keep him. Danielle, how are you? Some of y'all I have been seeing for a while. Glad to see you, Danielle. Glad to see you. Okay. So you're not supposed to live a life of confusion. There's clarity. Okay. So we're dealing with now clarity when it comes to your career. Listen, we'll help you. All right. What do you want to do? What business you want? Stop trying to just find another job. I want you to believe I get another. And you've been out of work and now they haven't even woke up and realized maybe this is the time for me to move and find out this quiet time, this slow time, unemployment time. Why do people just sit and party during unemployment and not knowing that it's not going to last that long? So you got to have another plan. When I was in Michigan and one of the most city that I like and got great friends there, but very depressed city is Flint. Because when General Motors, they had several plants in that Flint area. When we left, Flint went to the dogs. People moved out. People committed suicide. Why? Because they were depending on one stream of income. If you notice, all these companies have several different business arms going on. The company with was it Truth Social? There's another company that is going to, well, I don't know what the deal's going to go try to buy them, but they don't just sit with one thing. Walmart, you got to keep going. And see, the church, those of you that's in the church, you're sitting doing the same thing and you're not changing. People advancing. People are All right. I think I'm back. We didn't have to end the broadcast. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to finish it. I am going to finish it. I want to make sure. I don't know. Something's going on. Okay, y'all just give me 1 second. Give me one. Okay, I'm not on there. Okay. Okay, I think I'm on. I think we're back. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. Okay, thank you, Sister Grace. Thank you. Somebody let me know that I'm back on. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So let me say this. You need clarity in relationships. That can probably, I can probably do part 2 on that, needing clarity when it comes to relationship. But let me go back up to your career, because first of all, it starts with self-evaluation. You need clarity. You got to evaluate yourself. There are 2 parts of this. The first is your qualifications, and the others are your skills. Your qualifications or your skills, meaning that you have to work. What I do, I've been doing, but I'm doing in a different area, in a higher scale now, 47 years, but I've had to work on my skills. You never stop working on your skills, and you never stop learning. And for God's sake, don't get on the defense with information. Don't do that. There's stuff that I read over and over and over and over and over, because faith cometh by hearing. You got to keep hearing. The stuff that's in you now, that negative stuff that's in you, it came because you kept hearing it from your childhood, from your parents, from your grandparents, from your church, from your culture, from your community, from your side of the track, and you never went back and reevaluated that. This is why you don't have clarity, because many of you are looking for clarity from somebody else. Don't put that kind of pressure on other folks to even emotionally uphold you. This is stuff you got to be whole emotionally yourself. Stop being needy in emotions and stop doing that. This is why you keep finding yourself getting hurt. You find yourself getting abused in relationships because you open yourself up like that. And it's not like it used to. These people, I don't like to say that because I don't like people to be paranoid about people. People are mean, okay? So you've got to be happy with, this is why you got the social problems you got, because you don't like being by yourself. Your mind goes, wow, you're by yourself. Call somebody, pick up the cell phone. Go next door. No, don't be by yourself. And until you master and practice being by yourself, you'll never get clarity. The tools are very easy. It's just you have to practice and do it. He gives clarity. And again, it will not be the whole picture. I'm going to say that probably a few more times before I go off. It will not be the whole picture. It'll be here a little, there a little, a sign here, but you got to watch the sign, because sometimes it cannot really be a sign. So you have to be sensitive. And this is why you have to get in a place where you walk softly. You're not doing a lot of talking. You're doing a lot of inward dialoguing, okay? And you're making yourself better and a better version of yourself. You see what I'm saying? You're great. You're good. You've done good. You've done well. Look at you. You're still alive. You're not hungry. You may not have everything you want in your refrigerator, but a full stomach is a full stomach. Look at you. You can see. You can hear. You hear me? That's the greatest blessing right there. So why do we complain? I'm training myself. Every time and I'm going to deal with sensations, triggered emotions, emotional sensations that you feel. You don't consciously know the thought, but subconsciously it pops up and it drops you emotionally, and there's a negative sensation that goes through you. And you're at an emotional rabbit hole. I like saying that. You don't even know how you got there. And we all do that, but don't just get there. See what thought took you there and move on. Don't pressurize your thought. Don't beat your brain, because the brain is only doing what it was made to do. It was to protect you. Okay, back in the cavemen days, they had it at high alert. And so from generation, generics, our mind still stays at a high alert. You'll never stop worrying. Nobody can stop worrying, but you have to change that. We are hardwired to be negative. That's a hardwire within us. So we have to do a hardwire, and it takes time to become positive and to walk in faith and trust. Let me say something. The next step to figure out what your careers can, let me say this here. You got to know, I've discovered I love to cook. I love it. And, I just experimented. If it work, if it don't, it's just me, my wife, and my daughter. Okay. But I enjoy it. You have to find, every day I have to cook something. I don't care if it's a hot dog, if it's a piece of chicken. I love doing it. So find out why you cook all the time. Because I like and stop asking people why they do. Why you go golfing. Leave people alone. If you don't, that's you. Let people, one word, what's the day? Friday, Tuesday, one word kept popping up. Everywhere I look, freedom, 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 freedom. I saw the Chase commercial, freedom. I think they have the thing. I think it's Chase, freedom. And I kept reading stuff. Freedom. So I think I'm free. I'm actually free, mentally free. You see what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying. Stuff pops up like that. I don't believe in coincidence, but I believe in syncreties. Okay, it all synchronizes together. I'm going to teach on that. So y'all stay with me. Stay with D. Leonard Hughes Personal Development Institute and this coaching show. I guarantee. I told a young man in Norwalk, I said, give me a year, and I guarantee you, you'll begin to see results. Ain't even been a year. He beginning to see results already. He's getting his life together. Got this, he got that, got him a cell phone. Yeah, come on. He's giving us everything that pertaining to life. What? Don't live. Don't sit and worry and be at work. Only thing worry does is give you is a defense just in case something happens. I've got a defense, and as long as you stay there, it's gonna happen. I know there's a lot of uncertainties. I understand, but in a worry zone. If it happened, it's gonna happen. Okay, and it ain't gonna happen because it ain't gonna not happen because you worry about it. Okay, it ain't gonna happen because you worry about it. Okay, that's just life. It's just life. Has its ups and its downs, but it's your response. And I got a few more minutes. It's your response. Thank you, Sister Grace. Oh, thank you so much. That means this is what I live for. That comment she just made, I'm getting results. And this, I told somebody, this is why people are leaving churches, because they've been beat and this and that, and they're not getting no results. They're not getting results. The preacher get results, but the people, yeah, thank you, Mama. Worry don't fix the problem. Worry don't do nothing. Worry does nothing but cause mental cells to burn and physical stuff in your body. So when you catch it, and you do it, we do it when you're not thinking. You're not by yourself. That's normal. But when you catch us, I've got another friend lives in Mobile, and we correct each other. If we say something wrong or we begin to tell our story of our life, and we go the negative way, we correct each other. Say, Either he'll correct me, or I'll correct him, or we'll correct each other. And you have to have, those are the kind of folks you need around you that keep you positive, that don't let you go in a worry zone. Don't let you say stuff. My son said something. My son is locked up, and he has a very good understanding. And we were talking about people aging, and we mentioned at 70. He said, yeah, when you get 70, 71, this happened and that happened. I said, son, where you get that from? Oh, it's true. I said, where's it true? Is it scientifically true? Even scientifically true. I don't believe everything's scientifically true. I said, where you get that from? Well, that's what people say. That don't mean it's true. Don't mean it's a fact. That's what people say. How many things you just say because people say that's not it? And what I like about him, he said, Daddy, you're right. He said, I don't know why we say stuff. And he was, oh, it's true. It's true. I can't remember everything, but it was something. You get 70, 71, this happened and that happened. Let me tell you something. The older you get, the better you get in mind, in activity. You may have a little ache and something here, but just because you're getting old don't mean you feel old. He said, here, renew your youth. This is what I looked at myself today. I'm 61. I said, Daryl, you look good to be 61. You got to talk to yourself. You're the greatest voice in your life. You got to stand in the mirror and talk to yourself. See, many of you never met you. The real you is buried. You got a whole bunch of other stuff from childhood, from experience. Whatever you went through, that wasn't you. That's just something you went through. You went through divorce. So what? Everybody been through divorce. So why you beating yourself? Sound like Monday now. So why you beating yourself? Because Monday, everybody been through divorce. So what? What? Everybody lost a job. Everybody lost. So that's life. But the makers and the don't makers and the cans and the can't makers are the ones who decide in their thinking that I'm not going to go in the rabbit hole. I'm not. You want to live? Stay positive. I don't care how you feel. You say, I'm doing great. People ask me how I'm doing. It's a great day. Because that's how I'm seeing it. Regardless of what's going on in my body. I'm not coming under that. I'm not going to talk about that like that and glorify that. No, I'm in control. Thank you. By his stripes, I'm healed. That's kind of stuff. When I feel stuff in my body, I thank God for the doctor, but I don't trust them like that either because they practice it. Man's extreme. You got to look to the God within. You got to look to the God within. You got to look to the God within. You're all a part of him. He's all a part of you. Enjoy the journey. I'm going to leave. Don't you swipe yet. Enjoy the journey. Have fun. Smile. Have fun. But you feel bad about having fun, don't you? You feel bad about laughing and, enjoying yourself because in the back of your mind, I do that, then something goes wrong. And all that was in vain. So I'm just going to stay pouting down and doing out like I've been baptized in lemon juice and complain and frown and murmur at work, and that work is this, work is that, church is this, church is that, marriage is this, marriage that. That's your story. And as long as you tell that story like that, that story gonna get worse and worse. Some signs indicate. Let me say this before I go, because I went. Oh yeah, I forgot. I lost some minutes, so y'all got to give me my minutes back that I lost when we went out. The last thing that may be the last thing that may be causing confusion in your life, vagueness, is terms of emotional commitments. Should you be romantically involved with someone? Is it time to get married? Should you stay single for a while? All of these areas you need clarity in, and you got the answer. You said, well, Dr. Hughes, you say what? I said, you have the answer. The answer is in the decisions that you make in deciding what you want to do, be, and have. Okay? Some signs indicate your unpreparedness for the commitment. Okay? Because each stage of your life requires a sacrifice and a commitment. So when it comes to relationships or emotional attachment, once you see that it's not going or the mindset is not where you're going, you better get out of there. If you got a corporate mind to have a corporation and do this and do that and have multiple of businesses and you got somebody that's just happy just where they are, that's not going to work. See, you don't wait. I did it. We don't wait. In business, they don't find people and hire people to motivate. We find people that day, but we find people that's already motivated and can motivate the team. You understand? So you got to motivate yourself. You don't look for nobody to motivate. You got to love you. You don't listen, my sisters. You don't need no man to love you like that. You love you. You need love because you don't love you. And I know we're human, we're creatures that want to be around people. We want that. But that's not where we are now in life. Somebody said, but I supported folks emotionally, and I need folks to support me emotionally. It don't work that way now. It's all about you. Support yourself emotionally. And I know we long for friends, and then in the name of loneliness, you go back and get folks that's on a low level of negativity, low level of talking, and you'd rather be around them just to pacify you being around somebody. Don't do that. You know why? Because it sets you back. You have to get back in alignment again. You got to go forward. Can I say it again? You got to go forward. 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 There's signs. If you're experiencing the opposite, you can, okay, being confused about what we want, what is the right thing to do, or even who we are is stressed with. The mind seeks clarity and the body feels best when we have certainty. That's what it's all about. We live a life of certainty. Clarity is always there, but you don't always see it. I've learned something. Clarity, we have the answer. The answer, whatever you need, the answer is already in you. You have to go within. You have to be quiet. You have to walk in faith. You have to be positive. You have to keep an open mind. What do you mean keep an open mind? Because you don't know what sign or what guidepost the Spirit may give you. And if you all caught up in your problem, many of you've been had your answer. The answer been revealed to you, but you were so locked up in the problem, you couldn't see it, or you were looking for the answer from religious eyes. Please hear me, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot look for the manifestation answer through religious eyes. You must look at it through the eyes of knowing who you are, that I'm a son of God. I have the mind of Christ. Jesus Christ lives within me. That's what you have to keep before you. And that's how you get in line. And when you get in line, the Spirit works with you. When you get to a certain place that you need clarity, again, you're not going to see the whole picture. But as you get quiet, as you be around people, see, I often say this, you have to be around. And that's why those that are part of the group, once again, I just started my group. Go on to Facebook, D. Leonard Hughes Personal Development Institute Coaching Show group. Join the group, because I come in on and off the group at times, sharing stuff that I may not share on here or on my daily wake up, because the group people become more personal. And you can go in the group and you can inbox me. Those that need some clarity, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go even further into the seer mode. Those that need clarity in certain areas, and you just need me to point you in the direction, then you can inbox me through my Facebook or through my group, because I'm having to get used to going to my group also. Okay. Once again, those in India, namaste. Amen. Namaste and Shukriya. Thank you for being a part, because a lot of my greatest support come from Asians and Indian. They understand this level of teaching. When you pick up your best option, anticipate feeling emotion like sadness. This is good, y'all. For the road not taken. So you may have the right option. Look at me. Catch this before I go. Don't you leave it at this. You may have the right option, but with the option is an emotional sadness, because you're having to go into a place of fear of the unknown that you've never gone in before. So what you do, you keep retrieving back to the same old mental patterns and your life patterns, and you're not happy. And some of you just done gave up, say, I don't care how old you are, you live. If you were not supposed to be here, you would not be here. If God was not for you, you would not be here. If he wasn't in you, you would not be here, because Christ is all and in all. You're here because you're supposed to be here. So it's time to get clarity. It's time to get clarity. There's a reason why we're here. Whether you believe it in a religion or not, every scientific and religious belief tells us the same thing, that we are supposed to be here. Most of the time, we allow our worries and different types of stress to affect our brain. Antoine Reeves, hey, man, glad to have you. Most of the time, we allow our worries and different types of stress to affect our brain function and prevent our minds from performing on an optimal level. This is why, let me say this, you can't get clarity when you're worried and you're stressed, because your mind has to operate on an optimal level to receive the clarity, because the clarity is not down here in the dumps, in the rabbit hole. Everybody's against me. Nobody like me. You ain't going to get no clarity like that. Again, clarity is on an optimal level. You got to get out of fear and get out of worry and get out of stress. When I say get out of stress and worry will never go away. Let me say this, because then you're trying to work to eliminate worry. You're trying to work to eliminate stress. You're trying to work to eliminate negativity. You can't do that because we're hardwired for negativity. So this is where Romans 12:1 comes. Be not conformed, but there's a transformation. When that transformation comes, it affects every area of life mentally. Career, health, wellness, all of that is affected when you change your way of thinking. It takes much work. You will meet much resistance because it's new and the mind doesn't want to do new things and want to just stay in the comfort zone. And this is why some of you where you are. You won't get out. You know, and you got your mind locked in. And when you lock your mind in, your mind start telling you stories. And it don't know the true fact story, so it gives you shortcut stories. And in between that shortcut story, you come up with depression. You come up with suicide. I did a thing the other day with suicide. People just don't think today I'm going to commit suicide. Something has been going on for a while, and they finally get to that point that their mind tells them there are no other options. Just do it. But I want to tell you, you're not alone. If you're on and you're going through some suicidal thing, I'll even take that time when I go off, inbox me, or you can dial 988, and that's a suicide hotline. Get help for yourself. When you're going through a mental traumatic thing, see, people told y'all therapy, psychiatrists, psychologists, coaching. Oh, no. Every successful person, I ain't talking about success in just money, but successful in coming through trauma. There had to be some mental work, either through therapy, either through reading material. You got to do the work. Even going to clients that I have in therapy and coaching, I just give them the tools, but you got to do the work. This is why you can't be living in worry and stress. You got to, come on, get your mind right. There's something the young folks used to say, you got your mind right? Okay? So it's your mind that's telling you all of these stories. It ain't true, but boo, it ain't true. The stuff your mind telling you, it ain't true. The only truth is the principles of God that you stand on. Think on these things. Think on these things. Philippians, I think it's 4. Think on these things that appear. That's the patterns that we have been getting. And if we stay in those patterns, things that appear, things that are lovely, if we stay on that ultimate level through the law of attraction, we begin to manifest the things that we desire, because you already have your desire. You just got to manifest it. And creation is waiting for the manifestations of God. Don't go anywhere. A state of confusion can be caused by certain medical conditions such as infections, a stroke, Alzheimer's disease, or dementia. Okay? There are reasons why we're here, whether you believe it or not. I said that already. Okay? I mentioned about stress, worry. You can't get it like that. You want clarity? Stop worrying. Again, you get clarity, that situation. Stop talking about it. Don't discuss it with nobody. Every time it comes up in your head, you say, I have clarity. Now, again, the whole picture is not going to come. You get it here, you get a sign here, you get a sign there. Like I said, I'm walking in freedom. Tuesday, that word freedom, Antoine, kept popping up. Everywhere I saw freedom. And I said, thank you for freedom. Financial freedom, mental freedom. Every time I saw freedom, I was reading stuff, freedom, watching TV, freedom. That's syncreties. We don't have coincidence. It's syncreties, okay? Everything works. And when you get on this realm, it's wonderful. You can have fun. I have fun with what I do. I love life. Challenges, yes, okay? But I'm happy. Why? Because I understand the being. I'm going to do a thing on happiness. People determine happiness. And even when there is a nice situation, some folks are still all down in the dumps, because they figure what to get excited about, something going to go wrong. Happiness starts with knowing who you are. Happiness doesn't mean something has to happen. See, you got happiness all mixed up. Happiness doesn't mean something happened, and then when that's over, you're no longer happy. You're happy to go to the function. Now the function's over, and you back down. And you got to come out of that. You're not going to get clarity like that. You got to find yourself and be happy with you. Okay? All right. These are the things that help. Vitamin B12. Health benefits for the brain and immune system. The vitamin found in fish, meat, poultry, eggs, and dairy products. Thoughts. Most people don't think at all. When you're worried about what people think, most people don't think at all. They have some opinions or they judge about something, but they don't think. Thinking is the process of considering and reasoning about something using thought or irrational judgment. And my closing, practice clarity. Each moment is a good opportunity to be aware. This is how you do it. You must be aware of your thoughts. Analyze them, make them correlations with other objects. Find the consequences of some thoughts. Find the root of some thoughts. With practice and persistence, you will be better and you will develop clarity of thoughts. Thoughts lead to other thoughts. Okay, it's been good. It's been a wonderful time of ingathering with you all. I hope you get your paper. Thank you, Sister Grace. Thank you, everybody. I don't want to just thank you, everybody. Patty, it's everybody. I know y'all know I can't call everybody's name. Okay, 5 platforms, everybody, Twitter, all of y'all. We certainly appreciate it. Just in case you want to give a donation to help us further what we are doing, I will give you an opportunity. I'll put it up and go grab your phone. Go grab your phone. Okay. I'm going to ask, again, those that can and that will help us with $23, $20.23. That's what I feel in the vibration of giving. When you give, it sets a momentum. Let me say this. These lights got me sweating. I said, when you invest, it sets a momentum going. That seed picks up a momentum. And this is why I said he will multiply the seed that is sown. Okay? If you want to give more, you can do that. I'm going to put this information at the bottom. You know what I thought about. No, I want this. I thought about it. Only support we've got is from you all. We don't have companies, Walmart, other big companies, Adidas, Nike. We haven't gotten to that point yet. That's what I'm saying. I was watching with, I think, DeSantis. Within 24 hours of his announcing his campaign, I think he raised $8 point some million. I think it was 8 or 9 some $million. 24 hours. That's just for campaigning. And, we're not going to get into that. I have my views of that. I got my views of him. We just left Florida, just left Orlando, enjoyed Disney. But within 24 hours, people gave to a cause. I ain't going to get into politically, but I'm just telling. Only thing we have is you all supporting us. And if this development company helps you, take our time, put that donation or seed of 2023 in the ground, be a blessing. And I appreciate it. We've got a lot of things we are working on. We're working on a lot of information is still on the bottom. We're working on a lot of things. I want to do a lot of things. There's 190 countries in the world, and I want to put a personal development company, institute in all of those places. So we're just starting at the ground. I appreciate you. I thank you, all of you. Some of you are on every week. I ain't gonna mention you because I know everybody can't be on every week, but I appreciate those that get to wake up. I thank you. Go to Facebook groups. Go to D. Leonard Hughes Personal Development Institute and Coaching Show group. Join the group. I'll probably put something on later on. The group is the group. Amen. The group are the patrons, and I appreciate that. Thank y'all. so very, very much for supporting me and tuning in. I think next week I'm going to talk about. Suffering. Suffering is really, your mind causes you to suffer more than anything. Your thoughts. Oh, I'm just suffering. I'm going through. No, you're going through here. I'm just so overwhelmed. Your thoughts are overwhelmed. That's why I'm saying I can help you. You don't have to live a confused life. You can walk in clarity. Remember the two. If you missed it, go back over it. Get the listen to this again, and we certainly appreciate you. Okay, thank you for those that are donating and seeding, however you want to call it. I appreciate you so much. D. Leonard Hughes here. Thank you for listening. Peace out.